This is Ryan Ellis, and this is the legendary Lee Canady. We are once again recording at Lee's museum-like Detroit apartment. It's in the teens and 20s outside, but it's plenty cozy here. Thank you very much for hosting me throughout this documentary project. I appreciate it. For the folks watching at home who just discovered this man, Lee Canady is a businessman, innovator, style icon, disc jockey, Motown group manager, musical muse of Motown, and many more, who got his first record store job in September 1959 at the tender age of 25, and he never looked back. He was one of the original black record store owners in Michigan, arguably the first. Lee went on to advise and inspire dozens of artists and athletes and music moguls who sought him out by name. In the 1960s, 1970s, and 1980s, including Motown's two crown jewels, The Temptations and The Supremes, Motown Records founder Berry Gordy, John Coltrane, Sonny Rollins, Cannonball Adderley, Lou Brock, Lou Rawls, Jerry West, Reggie Smith, Marvin Gaye, Billy D. Williams, Lionel Richie, Robert D. Rayford, Johnny Bristol, Ron Banks, The Dramatics, L.J. Reynolds, Edwin Starr, Eddie Kendricks, Clarence Kendricks, Larry Squirrel Demps, Levi Mann, Barry Strong, Norman Whitfield, and my favorite band of all time, The Beatles. In August of 1977, Lee's business partner, Florence Keywell, exited as owner. Lee bought the business and renamed it Lee's Monroe Music, eventually expanding to also include a second location in Detroit, Lee's 2.
Well, you said Lee bought the store. No, I took over. I was already working for Florence Keywell. Everybody was leaving from downtown. All the business was going out of business downtown. She decided to go to Oak Park that way. So she's going to close the store downtown. Nobody opened the Hudson at the time. When she went out, closed up Monroe Music, I stayed there and rented the building from Monroe Music to Lee's Monroe Music. Because Lee is my middle name, Monroe was the name of the street, and I was selling music. I started that as a new business completely. I didn't buy it. That's all I'm saying.
I'm going to leave this in here so people can understand. I think that was you said it better than I could. Lee had total control of Lee's Monroe Music for 7 years until 1984 when he closed. And Lee ran the record store for 25 of those years, from 1959 until 1984. Lee helped popularize some of the most beloved artists and albums and tracks in music history because Lee bought directly from the album manufacturers. Lee was the first black record store owner in the world who bought directly from the manufacturers, which let him sell black music or any music that he pleased at volume, allowing him to pay his employees better while also allowing him to discount black and other avant-garde or undiscovered music of the time so it could be more accessible. Yes, sir?
I was the first black-owned record store to buy direct from the manufacturer. If you read that resolution up there on the wall,
How it describes what you were.
it tells me from the city council. Once you get it.
Okay, I'm going to get that right now. So, as a point of clarification, I'm just going to read this very quickly.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, for the folks at home, I'm going to read this testimonial resolution from the Detroit City Council honoring Mr. Lee Canady of Lee's Monroe Music in Detroit, Michigan. Whereas, it is indeed a privilege to pay tribute to Lee Canady in recognition and appreciation for his contributions to the music industry in the city of Detroit. For nearly 30 years, he has provided exemplary service to the citizens in the city of Detroit. And born in El Dorado, Arkansas, Lee Canady came to the city of Detroit in 1958 seeking greater opportunities than a small country environment could provide. In 1959, without any formal knowledge of the retail business, Lee landed a sales position in the retail business under Florence Keywell, then owner of Monroe Music, located at 54 Monroe in downtown Detroit. And in 9 years, Lee excelled to manager, earning a 50% share in the business. However, when Miss Keywell announced that she would be leaving the business, Lee Canady became the proprietor. He added Lee to Monroe Music, thus becoming Lee's Monroe Music. With only $48 in capital, Lee filled his store with stacks of hit records from his own record collection from home. On the first opening day, Lee's Monroe Music brought in $300 by the end of the day, and Lee's Monroe Music became the first black-owned record shop across America to buy as a retail store from large distributors such as CBS, RCA, Capitol, and the third business in music to buy from WEA. Billboard magazine ranked Lee Canady of Lee's Monroe Music a fan of all that jazz because of his store's large collection of jazz music. The success of Lee's Monroe Music attracted the attention of numerous famous black entertainers like Nancy Wilson, Lou Rawls, Dizzy Gillespie, Cannonball Adderley, Barry Harris, Miles Davis, etc., to name a few. And with the growing success of Lee's Monroe Music, which employed 13 employees, Lee opened Lee's Monroe Music 2, which employed 3 employees on the Avenue of Fashion at 19347 Livernois. However, due to the decline in the economy and the relocation rumors of downtown businesses for a yet awaited downtown mall, Lee was forced to close both stores in 1984. Although enjoying early retirement, Lee Canady decided to re-enter the workforce with a new career. In the year 2000, Lee worked as a senior clerk for the City of Detroit's law department until officially retiring in 2006. And Lee Canady is the father of 3 daughters, grandfather of 7, great-grandfather of 7, and great-great-grandfather of 1. Lee can be spotted listening to jazz music on his boombox while riding his Cadillac scooter through Eastern Market, Campus Martius Park, Hart Plaza, or the Riverwalk in downtown Detroit on any clear spring and summer day. Now therefore be it resolved, the Detroit City Council hereby congratulates and honors Mr. Lee Canady, pioneer, forerunner, and legend in the music industry for his outstanding service and dedication in serving the citizens and employees of the city of Detroit. May your love for music and for the city of Detroit continue. And then underneath it's signed by the council president, the pro tem, and then several council members. Dated June the 14th, 2011, and sealed with the official seal of the city of Detroit. That is impressive, Lee.
Yeah, I'm impressed by it. I just wanted, so there'd be no different opinion, That's what it is.
That's official.
That's what I'm saying.
That's on record in the city of Detroit for all time.
See, a lot of people argue with, so you're not the first black record store. They had record stores and had whites and had this and that. Yeah, but they didn't buy direct from the manufacturer. If you didn't buy direct from the manufacturer, you had no contact with the radio station. WCHB, it was black on. Anything on there was mostly black people, like someone sounding black, like Robert D. Show. We talked about Robert D. Music barely came on the scene about when I did. The music completely changed. It was a new sound. Motown had his own sound. But CKLW, those radio stations wouldn't play it. Barry had to change. He stated that he couldn't put a picture. He could not that he couldn't. He didn't put some pictures on album covers sometimes because he has trouble getting played. When you ship it in there, maybe through mail or copy, but this I could play it, and your face is there and it's black, he wasn't be played. Very few was on CKLW. Yeah. There's always been black people on the radio. Back when Lena Horne, Pearl Bailey, Nat King Cole's been there. They always, the Mills Brothers, R&B, they didn't want to be played on the station. And like in Cleveland, the disc jockey there, he went to jail. Alan Freed, I believe that he was sentenced some kind of way. I think it's about playing black music. They said it was called screwing music.
Was that jazz or was that blues, the screwing music?
More or less, black music had a beat to it, had a different
and they call it screwing music.
We call it funk. Well, it's not always funk. That was, when you first said it was nasty. And we made that it mean that the feel, the way it feels, the feeling, like it's blues funky. With a feeling, they had music. Blues with a feeling and where they playing it.